Great. All right. So we're recording. Welcome to the class. Bring the chair out of the way. Good. Come getting down there. A couple of pops already. So, okay, let's take a deep breath in and open the mouth and let it go. Releasing. Take a second deep breath. And exhale. Just noticing the connection with the earth, with the mat. And just letting the weight of the body settle down through all those places in contact with the mat. Eyes closed, soft focus. Moving gently if you choose. Letting the breath flow. Notice how you feel this morning. And if you feel tense or anxious, just notice your breath. Allowing the body to relax completely. And now the breath deepens, breathing to the belly and then the middle chest and up to the upper chest. Nothing major, just a nice, easy three-part breath. And you might want to count how long the inhale is and make the exhale 1 or 2 counts longer. Yeah, okay. And now one more deep breath. And open the mouth and let it go. So inhaling here, bring the arms wide, turn the palms toward the front of the mat. Let the shoulders release down, but stay strong through the arms. And now as you inhale, take the arms back, point the fingers behind, lift the gaze. And as you exhale, bring the hands to the knees, chin toward the chest, a gentle rounding here. Just kind of getting the body into the rhythm of movement. Inhaling, bringing the arms wide. Remember, there's no pain. Finding sensation. And exhaling, hands come to knees, gently rounding back and release. And one more time, opening wide, reaching behind, gaze lifted, and exhaling, hands to knees. And now gently rounding back up. Head is the last to lift, bringing the shoulders back and down into that upright seat, and gently moving the head now. Loosening the neck, be gentle here. Let the chin drop down toward the chest. Just kind of rolling the head side to side. Still breathing, that Ujjayi breath. Inhale and bring the shoulders up toward the ears. And now take the shoulders back. Let the shoulder blades come toward the center, pressing the chest forward, the heart toward the front of the mat, and the shoulders down and release. Inhaling the shoulders up. And now bring those shoulders back and down. Hear that exhale. Inhaling, lift. And exhaling the shoulders back and down. Yeah. Coming back to the upright seat. Inhale and exhale. Bring the hands out to the side, fingertips down toward the floor. Get tall. And as you inhale, turn the palms to the ceiling and inhale the hands up. Bringing the palms together, fingers spread wide, reaching up, exhaling, reaching wide as the hands come down. Strong through the arms here, inhaling, and it's almost like the arms lift by themselves. Exhaling. And one more long, slow inhale as the arms lift. Bring the palms together. And then exhale, reaching wide. Noticing how those hands feel, how the arms feel. Now bring the hands out in front, palms face toward the center. Get tall, draw the shoulders back. And as you inhale, let the hands rise up to the ceiling. Now turn the palms to the front, press out through the heels of the hands as you exhale, and the arms come down. Good. And now turn the palms in, inhale, hands lift. Exhale, pressing forward as the hands come down. And one more time, palms in, hands lift. Exhaling, pressing out through the heels of the hands and the thumbs, and the hands come back down. Good. Come back to the knees with the hands. Gently move here. And do some circles. Take the heart toward the front of the mat and then out to the side, the right side. Exhaling back. You can go the other way. It doesn't matter. Inhaling, coming up. Gaze lifts. And as you go to the right and back, the chin drops. Inhaling, opening, chest forward. Exhaling, rounding, coming back. One more circle. Exhaling, and then go the other way. Move at your breath, with your breath, not my breath. Make it your practice. And one more big circle going this way. And exhaling back. And just round back here, chin to chest, head drops, and breathe. And your next inhale, come up to that upright seat. bringing the shoulders back. Oh, good, all right. And bring the left hand to the outside of the right leg, the other hand comes behind. Inhaling, lift, and now exhale and spiral to your right. Inhale, release a little bit, get long through the spine, sit up tall, ground down through the sits bones, and then exhale and twist again to the right. And one more time, inhale and lift, and exhale and twist. And now come back to center, take that breath in, and let it go. Bring the right hand across, left hand behind, get tall, exhale and twist left. Unwind a little bit, lift up tall, exhale and twist. And one more time, unwind, ground down, lift up, and exhale and twist left. And now inhaling, coming back to the center. Take a breath, move. And bring the right arm out in front. Spread those fingers, thumb points up to the ceiling. Good. Staying tall here, inhale, let the hand drift up toward the ceiling. Follow it up there with the gaze. Reaching, turn the palm to the front of the mat and draw that arm back and up. Keep the neck relaxed here, hard to do. Still gazing toward the ceiling. And then bring that right arm back to the ceiling. Bring the left hand out and arc over to your left. Stay strong through the arm as you reach over and up. Breathe. Turn the gaze down toward the hand on the floor, keeping the right shoulder back. Turn the gaze back to the ceiling. Bring the right hand back up. Look up there, reach. And then release the right arm. Good. Now just move that right shoulder, move that right arm. All good. And bring the left hand out in front. Stay tall as the hand lifts. Reach up there, ground down through that left sits bone. Turn the palm toward the front of the mat and take that arm back and up. You're breathing. And bring the hand back to the ceiling, turn the palm in, bring the right hand to the floor, slide it out, arc right. Good. Breathe. Keep that left sits bone on block on the mat. Gaze down toward the right hand on the floor. And then gaze comes back to the ceiling. Bring that left hand back up. Strong through the arm, reaching. And exhale, release. Good. All right. Do some more shoulder rolls here. Take the shoulders up and then forward and down. And then back and up. And forward and down. Gently move the head. Neck can really get tight when you're doing those arm stretches. Big, long breaths here. And then take those shoulder rolls the other way. One more roll. And now hold the shoulders back. Just keep them back. Bring the elbows toward the center. Good, yeah. Elbows are back. Squeezing those shoulder blades in. Gently moving the head. Face is soft. Jaws release. No gritting teeth here. Just breathe. One more breath. Exhale and release. Good. So bring the hands out wide, arms out wide, and bring the right arm across and the left hand under. Bring it to the shoulder, and then just gently draw that right arm toward the chest. And opening the arms wide, left arm across, right hand comes under, gently hooking that elbow, drawing that left arm to the chest. And inhaling the arms wide, palms down toward the floor, fingers up toward the ceiling, pressing out to the sides through the heels of the hands. Press through the thumbs. Good. Bring the palms down toward the floor. Come into fists or bird beak, fingers and thumbs together, and then turn the fingers or the knuckles down toward the floor. And now bring the hands behind, interlace the fingers, squeeze the hands together, bring the thumbs to the sacrum. Get tall now. Bring the elbows toward the center. Yeah, this always does some things in the chest generally. Now straighten the arms, lifting the hands away from the body, pressing the upper arms into the sides of the body. And now exhale, come forward and lift the hands up toward the ceiling. One more breath. And as you inhale, round back up, bringing the hands back in and release. Moving a little bit here. Yes, all right. So moving into the cross-legged seat, bring out the right leg. Support the leg behind the knee, press out through the heel, circle the toes. And go the other way. Point the toes and flex, see daylight, and then point and flex, spread those toes, and point and flex. Roll the toes out to the right, outer rotating that leg, toes to the ceiling. Now inner rotate, toes point to the left, and then back to the ceiling, and then press out through the outside edge of the foot. And then point the foot, flex the toes, and really spread those toes. Good. Bring that right foot in. Support the knee with the right arm. Rock the baby. Let the shoulders release down. Find that sensation. Remember the knee, no knee, nothing in the knee. And now with a strap or your hand, extend the leg straight out. Breathe. Take the foot out to the right. Bring the foot to center and cross over. Extending the right arm, looking back toward the right thumb, pointed up to the ceiling. Fingers spread. And bring that leg back to center. Hands behind the calf lifted a little higher. Oh my goodness. And then release, pressing out through the heel, strong through that quad, through that thigh. Feel a little tightness in the belly here. Scrunch the toes and spread the toes and scrunch and spread and scrunch and spread. And then bring the right foot down, all right. Take that breath. And notice what you feel in that right hip. And bring out the left leg, hands behind the knee, interlace the fingers, circle the toes. Hope I can remember it all. And go the other way. And point the toes and flex, and point and flex, and then point and flex. And outer rotate that leg, and then inner rotate that leg, toes point to the right. And coming back up, press out through the outside edge of the foot. And now point the foot, flex the toes, get as much daylight in those toes, between those toes as you can. And bring that left foot in, rock the baby. And remember that foot can be low, it can be high, wherever you need it to be. Keep that foot flexed, protect the knee. And then bring the left foot down. Take a deep inhale in. And exhale. Come over onto all fours. Into table. Feeling solid here through the hands and the knees, tops of the feet, or you can have the toes curled under. It's okay. No hard and fast rules here. But it's best if the middle finger is pointing to the top of the mat rather than having the hands turned out or turned in. Everything kind of pointed straight ahead. So inhale, and we're going to do moving bridges. Take the gaze forward, and now exhale, round, and gently bring the hips back toward the heels. Watch your knees. First one might get a little poppy there. Inhaling, coming forward, lifting back up, gaze straight ahead. All right, exhale. And head drops, moving the hips back. Inhaling, coming forward, lifting back up, gaze lifts, belly drops, exhaling, you round, and hips come back. Two more. Elbows down, coming forward, lifting up, exhaling back. Last one. Inhaling, coming up, exhaling back. And now lifting up to that table. Good. Wag your tail here. Just move the hips to the right and then to the left. Bringing weight onto one knee and then the other. And you can gradually make these a little bit bigger. Taking the hips further to the left and further to the right. Feel the opening in the ribs as you move. And coming back into table. Take that breath. Extend the right arm straight out, and on your inhale, lift the arm, opening the heart to the right. Reaching up, gaze is to the ceiling. Breathe. And exhale and take that hand down and under. Right side of the face comes to the mat. Right shoulder comes to the mat. And I like to extend my left arm, gently turning my gaze up toward the ceiling as I reach through with that right hand. Pressing into the floor with my left hand. One more deep breath. And bring the left hand back in, lifting back up. Opening now to the right one more time. And maybe reaching a little bit higher toward the ceiling. Exhaling the right hand down. Come into your child's pose. Stay in table wherever you feel, whatever feels good. And now lifting back up into table, extend the left arm, draw it into the shoulder, and now open to the left. One more breath. Exhaling that arm down and under, thread the needle. The right hand moves where you want it to go, reaching through. Fingers are spread in that extended left hand. Turning the gaze to the ceiling, looking underneath that arm if it's extended out front. One more breath. And the right hand comes back in, lifting back up, extending to the left, opening to the left again, maybe reaching a little higher, and breathe. Exhaling, bring that hand back down into table. Back to your resting pose. You can move in table if you choose. Extend that right leg with the toes down. Let the right hip drop. Now strong through that leg as you press back, pressing the heels of the hands into the mat. Lift that foot hip height, extending the left arm, awkward pose. Yes. One more deep breath. Exhale the hand down. Bring the foot out to the side, slide it forward, point the toes in. Find that position, that posture that works for you, and then gently settle the hips back with a little bend in that right knee, of course. Now ease forward, bring that foot back hip height, level the sacrum, flatten it, press back through the heel. One more breath. And bring the right knee down, move gently in table, resting pose, wherever you want to be. Extend the left leg, toes down. Strong through that left leg. Feel the fingertips gripping the mat. Bring that foot hip height. Extend the right arm, awkward pose. Feel strong, feel stable here. Gaze is straight down, pressing back through the heel, reaching through those fingers. One more deep breath. Exhaling the hand down, bring the foot out to the side. Slide it forward. Point those toes in. Flatten the foot. And then gently settle the hips toward the back of the mat. Coming forward, bring the foot back hip height. Strong through the leg. Keep it lifted. One more breath. And bring that knee down, bring the hips back, come into your resting pose. come up into table. Knees under the hips, come up to standing on the knees, and you can pad those knees if you need to, by all means. Fold the mat over or get a towel or something. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And let's extend that right foot out to the side into gate. I like to use a block here. So I'm going to put the block to the outside of my left knee. Point my toes away, foot is flat on the floor. Bring my left hand down to the block. It can come to the floor and the block can be turned any way it works for you. And then draw that right shoulder back, lifting the right hand to the ceiling and breathe. Lifting up, bring that right hand down inside of the right leg. Keep the left shoulder open, but arc over that extended leg. And coming up, bring the left hand down to the floor. And now lift that right leg, lift the right arm. Press the hips toward the front of the mat. Breathe. Bend that lifted knee, reach back to the foot. And now it's a quad stretch. Taking the knee toward the back of the mat. And extend the leg, reach that right hand up to the ceiling, gaze up there, and exhale, bring everything back in. Settle back into your hero. Sitting back toward the heels or your resting pose, child's pose, and breathe. Now coming back onto the knees, blocks now over to my right. Take a breath. And then extend the left leg, toes point away. Right hand comes down to the block of the floor. Opening that left shoulder as I raise that hand up. Breathe. And lifting back up, hand comes to the inside of the knee, arcing over the left leg. And coming back up, hand to the floor, lifting that left leg, reaching to the ceiling. Bend that knee, reach back to the foot. Find that quad stretch. Extending for 2 breaths. And exhale, bring the hand down, the knee down, and come into your resting pose, hero, child's pose. Whatever works for you. Good, all right. Come into table, curl the toes, come into downward dog. One heel to the mat and the other. Come high up on the toes, and then both heels toward the mat. And high up on the toes, heels toward the mat. And then really bend those knees almost all the way down to the mat, pressing back strongly. And then press with the toes, coming back up, heels down toward the mat. And bend the knees, way down there. And then pressing with the front of the feet, lifting the hips, heels drop toward the mat. And then step the feet toward the hands. Come to half lift. Check those toes pointed straight to the front of the mat. Belly presses toward the floor. Exhale down, forward fold. Just hang out here in forward fold. Knees bent. You feel the belly touching the thighs, upper thighs. Let the head go. Work the heels. And bend the knees, press with the feet, coming up. Rounding up, head is the last to come up. Get tall here, press down through the feet as the arms come wide, lifting the hands. Bring the palms together. Take the gaze straight ahead, draw the arms back. Get as long and tall as you can. Exhaling into mountain pose. Good, all right. We'll do our spinal flow, sun salutation A, one right into the other. So press down with the feet. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the right hand down, arc right. Inhaling, bring the right hand up. And now the left hand down, arc left. Inhaling up. Arms wide, palms turn up, twisting to the right, exhale. Inhaling up. And now exhale, twist to the left. Inhaling up. Bring the hands through the heart, hinge long through the spine, bend those knees into forward fold. Release the head, lift the hips. Inhaling, knees bend, reaching forward, pressing to come up. Exhale, hands back on the ceiling. Inhaling up, gaze ahead, arms back. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, forward fold, arms wide now. Yeah. Release into forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, float back into plank. Knees can come down. Inhale here. Exhale, lower. Elbows tight to the bottom. Inhale, cobra. Press those toes into the mat. Exhale, up and back. Downward dog. And now you breathe. Well, you should have been breathing all the time. Just breathe. Good. Either hop or walk those feet. Front of the mat, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms wide. Press into the mat, coming up. Exhale, mountain pose. Good, all right. Those are two great flows. You do a few of those a couple times a week. You stay strong and flexible. Okay, we're going to do a revolved triangle, head to knee, and then revolved triangle. So I like to use a block here. Put it in the center of the mat. And you can have that block any way you want it. And then step back with the right foot. You can also use your shin when we get to revolved triangle, but we'll start with head to knee. 2 lanes for the feet. So the hips are squared to the front of the mat, or at least as square as you can get them. Heart forward or towards the front of the mat. And then bring the hands behind, reverse prayer, and release the fingers, whatever works. Grab the elbows. If your arms are straight, then really press those fingers down toward the floor. And then exhale and hinge into head to knee. Good. Draw that left hip back. Keep a little bend in that left leg, of course. Let the head go. Lift those hands strong up toward the ceiling. Breathe. Inhale. Get long through the spine. Press into the floor with that front foot as you come up. And then draw those hands down toward the floor. Take that right hip forward. Gazing up. And coming back up. Release the arms. Bring, and I like my left hand on the hip initially. Then bring that right hand up to the ceiling, hinge, and then bring the right hand down to your block or to your shin or to the floor if you're there. But wherever you are, the spine is long here. You always twist with a long spine. So really get long through the spine and then extend that left arm and open to the left. Pressing the belly toward the toes, toward that front toes. Two more deep breaths. And bring the left hand down. Bring the hands to the hips. Elbows to the ceiling, inhale, and come up with a long spine. And then step that right foot up. Take a breath. Couple of steps. Kind of getting those hips and legs back in where we're used to feeling them being. And now take a left step back with the left foot. 2 lanes for the feet again. The block's there when we need it. Bring the hands behind. And then exhale, head to knee. Yes, let that head release toward that front knee. Hands lift, arms strong and straight. Inhaling long through the spine. Inhale, lifting back up. Hands pressed toward the floor. Head lifts, gaze lifts. Left hip forward. Finding that sensation. Inhaling up. Bring the right hand to the hip, left hand lifts. Hinge. Hand comes down wherever you want it to come to, the block or your shin. Get long through the spine, extend the right arm, and now open to the right. One more deep breath. Exhaling, bring the hand down, hands to the hips, elbows to the ceiling, long through the spine, lift back up, and then step the left foot up and step it out. Yes. Mountain pose. Press into the mat with the feet. Get tall. Arms come active, hands active. Shoulders back and down. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And back to plank. Yeah, heart softens between the hands or the arms. Elbows in, exhale, lower. Bring the hands out in front. Palms down. Forehead to the mat. As you inhale, lift the left leg, the head, and the right arm. And the palm faces in to the left. Point the toes, or point the foot, flex the toes, lifting that entire left leg off the mat. Breathe. Long neck here, gaze is down at the floor. One more breath. And then release the hand, bring the forehead down. Breathe. Inhaling. Press the hips into the mat as you lift the left arm and the right leg. Pressing down with that right hand. One more breath. And exhale, forehead to the mat. Bring the arms in, elbows wide. Take the right side of the face to the mat. And the left side of the face. And bring the hands under the shoulders. Lift up to table. And bring the feet around to the front. Let's do a seated forward fold here with a little bend in the knees. Feet are flexed. Releasing the head toward the knees. You breathe into the low back here. Just letting the low back release. Inhaling, come on up. Good. Come to your balance. Got to do a little bit of core. Well, we're doing a lot of core actually today. Bring the arms into cactus arms and then straighten the right leg. Bring the right elbow to the left knee and then switch. Left elbow to right knee and then switch. And then switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Switch. One more routine to the left knee, to the right knee. Navasana. Breathe. One more breath. And then bring those feet down. Soles of the feet come together. Cobra pose. And coming up. Bring the hands behind the knees and just come down onto your back. Yes. Take a deep breath in. If the toes out, palms up. Hands down by your side, feet all the way in. Let's just do 3 bridges. Inhale, press with the feet, hips lift up. Exhale and lower. Inhale, hips lift. And exhale, lower. And one more time, lift the hips. Take 2 deep breaths here. Maybe lift them a little higher. One more breath. And exhale the hips down. Our figure 4, left ankle on right knee. Reaching through. Good. Bring the right foot down, release. Right ankle on left knee for figure 4. Keep that foot flexed. You're always protecting the knee. And bring the left foot down, release the ankle. Extend the left leg, or you can leave it flat on the floor. Bring the right knee into the chest and hug it in. And you can draw it up and over toward the right shoulder. Good. Release the right knee, bring the left knee in. Hug it in, over a little bit to the left and up. Good. Bring the right knee in beside the left and gently rock. And the feet come down, let the knees drop off to the right, gaze left. Good. And knees to the ceiling, knees left, gaze right. Bring the knees back to the ceiling. Legs long, arms behind. Inhale, big body stretch here. Pressing out through the heels, reach back through those fingers. And exhale into Savasana, resting pose. Find the connection with the earth. Still filling that belly up with your inhale. Releasing into the mat. Little movements, fingers and toes. Yeah, stretch, bend the elbows, bend the knees. And when you're ready, you can come over to one side, pressing up. So thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Smile. Make it your day. Make it a good day. We'll see you next time.